Okay, so today we're going to talk about a mode that was seemingly forgotten in the Resident Evil 4 remake, but was also quite popular in the original, called Assignment Ada. This is a non-canon little bonus mode you get at the end of Resident Evil 4, and it's a lot of fun. I've recently replayed it for the footage, and it's a small little thing. It takes about half an hour, 40 minutes. I'm sure you know it quicker than that if you blitz it, but it's a fun little mode, and I do kind of want to go over what happens in the mode today and talk about it a little bit. So the general idea of this little mini-game, I suppose, is Ada is sent to the island section of the game and is tasked to collect 5 little Plaga samples and send them back to Wesker. It's always funny to me because it's not canon at all, but the end cutscene for the mode does really kind of play in to Resident Evil 5, even though this mode is like completely separate from everything. It's not canon at all. I do want to play that scene out for you now real quickly.
Punctual. I like that. Is Krauser there?
He's dead.
Pity. But after all, just another expendable grunt. Thanks to you, however, Umbrella's one step closer to its re-establishment. And once it is, there will be significant changes in our world.
But yeah, I find it strange that that isn't canon, because it really does kind of give you some bigger implications of Resident Evil 5 and the setup for his plan. But yeah, it's nothing. It's literally a nothing thing. But yeah, in terms of the game mode itself, mainly takes place in the island section. I would say it can be quite difficult. It sends a lot of enemies at you fairly quickly, and some of the Plaga spots are quite tricky. Well, not tricky, but there's a lot of enemies in the way, and it does sometimes put you in certain scenarios where you have to kind of deal with more annoying enemies at once. But in terms of like the general pacing of it, it's really well done, and there's a little extra few bits in it that are quite cool. So yeah, there is a little extra fight there with Krauser at the very end on that little walkway. It's very cool, very intense actually. But obviously it's not canon because in the main events he dies, or dies quotes, in a different way, which is pretty cool. But nevertheless, it's not a nice surprise once you get to the end and you have to fight him in that corridor. But yeah, I don't want to go into too much detail of the mode. I think I'd really encourage anyone who hasn't played it to go back and play it. But I do think it's weird how it wasn't included in the remake. I know the main reason is probably it's not canon, so it's pointless, which is a shame because extra mode is always welcome. On top of that, I think the costume Ada gets in this mode is one of the best ones she has, and you can obviously use it through mods. Mods have been made to use it, but I think having a way to unlock it would have been pretty cool, or at least have an option to use this kind of version of Ada in Mercenaries or something like that would have been pretty cool. But yeah, it was kind of abandoned and left, which is a shame. Again, I think the main reason is because it's not canon, so it's kind of wasted efforts to put it in. But yeah, I think it's a lot of fun, and I think, you know, once again, kind of going back and playing Resident Evil 4, the original Resident Evil 4 again, does kind of remind me how well the game still plays. And yeah, it always takes a little bit of time to get used to how the game controls, because compared to the modern games, it's obviously a bit slower. But as soon as that locks back in, the game feels really smooth. And it does just remind you like how well made Resident Evil 4 actually was back in the day. So yeah, it was a lot of fun to blitz through this and play it again. I did just want to make a small video talking about it and kind of giving it some praise, because I don't see many people talking about it, and honestly it's a lot of fun to play. So definitely, if you haven't played it, give it a go. It's a lot of fun. It's a good challenge if you're kind of wanting something to redo in Resident Evil 4. And of course, if you have played it, do let me know your experience with it. Do you enjoy it? Do you not enjoy it? Let me know what you all think of the mode. And yeah, it's a shame it didn't come back, but nevertheless, I wanted to make a quick video going over it today and praising it and giving it the attention I think it deserves, because it's not anything big, it's nothing crazy, but it is a lot of fun, and it does add a little extra something to do in the original 4. So yeah, that's pretty much going to do it. Remember to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more Resident Evil content I try and post daily, so there's always something going on. And as always, leave your thoughts on the video topic in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and as always guys, I'll catch you in the next one.